Welcome peeps and freaks, ladies and gents, to another Hearthstone game. Today we're going to be playing a Miracle Rogue with a different sort of variation, different sort of little nice twist to it. It is running the red Mana Wyrm. Now I haven't experimented with this card too much. I've only played like a few games with it and it was in Rogue, but it actually turned out not too bad, I guess, if you can get the conceal off on it. It's a pretty crazy amount of damage to the opponent's face. It works pretty much like Questing Adventurer. And 6 health on the red Mana Wyrm is probably enough that someone's not going to clear it with AoE or anything like that. So we'll see how this goes. Definitely going to keep the Tomb Pillager here, I think, because this deck doesn't seem like it has too much stuff to put on the board early. It's not running any Swashbucklers or any Southsea deckhands. And so I guess in place of those is the Doomsayer to prevent your opponent from getting a little bit of extra board pressure on you at the start. Pretty good opening hand for a Druid, I must say. But we're going to coin. Hero Power. Next turn we're just going to Doomsayer. Turn 4 Tomb Pillager. Turn 5 Azure Drake. Then hopefully at some point we can draw into our Gadget Sand or red Mana Wyrm. Wow, this guy's got like a god hand at the moment. Jade Idol? Really? Innovate second? Jade Blossom? Wow, okay. That does mean though that... okay, he needs a... Okay. So it's in... I was going to say it's important to clear this because it means that he can't clear this with swipe, but he has enough mana now that he can swipe Hero Power in the same turn. So I think it might actually be necessary to backstab then hit this in, just so swipe doesn't clear it, he can't get a board. We play Tomb Pillager into Azure Drake. We have a pretty nice curve here, and we're going to probably have to establish board control here. Actually, I changed my mind. If he swipes this and Hero Powers, it uses up his whole turn, and also uses up a big board clear from him. It's nearly one of the only board clears that he has. And then if he does that, we can always coin Azure Drake backstab anyway if we really want to clear this 2-2. So I don't think it's much of a problem. Best case scenario, he doesn't have the swipe anyway. So this is fine. Doomsayer went off, saved the backstab. Now we get for the Tomb Pillager. Good stuff. Now for this deck to work good, I guess at some point it really does have to draw Gadgets and Auctioneer. This is definitely a Gadgets and looking hand. So that really is the god draw right now. I'm guessing Feral Rage maybe now? Finish this off. If not, then I guess coin Eviscerate. Backstab is a thing. So definitely going to play the Drake first, 100%. Coin Sap. So coin Eviscerate Backstab or coin Sap Backstab. Probably not a good idea to put this back in the hand. And if he's holding like an Ancient of War or something, the sap probably gets a lot more value. So we're going to use up our coins here. Eviscerate sap. Backstab. And go face here. It's not too much of a deal because we're going to get another coin back here as well anyway. We got the Azure Drake for more draw. So we're still going to get a few draws out of the Gadget Sand if we draw it in the next couple of turns. So yeah, we can start putting a fair bit of pressure on here now, especially with the sap in hand. This guy like ramped so hard at the start, but he didn't have really much stuff to follow it up with. That was the problem. So we just gotta pray he doesn't draw into a Nourish now. So this should be a cycle. If this isn't a cycle, yeah, okay. Gadgetan, Innovate, Raven Idol maybe? Living Roots, nothing. Okay, we gotta kill that 100%. Sapping that is not a good idea. We're probably just gonna play Azure Drake, trade our Drake in. If I had one extra mana, I would probably red Mana Wyrm sap, but we don't, so we're probably just going to cycle a little bit more here. So this is fine, now we drew the swipe. So there's a really good sap target here. Unfortunately, we can't sap and conceal on the same turn. We can if we trade in the 5-3, but we don't really want to do that right now, do we? I'm going to say no. If he plays that again, it's pretty slow, and he can't use this 4-4 to Hero Power down our Mana Wyrm here. So we're going to do it like this. Yeah, it seems like a little bit weird, but if you can't kill this, then he's going to trade in this in here. And that means we can go Leroy Conceal next turn, and then we have the sap for any taunts that he plays. The Aya, we're not really worried about the Aya, right? Keep our hero power. So yeah, if he doesn't have enough damage to kill this, and he's going to run this in here, then we can play the Leroy, Conceal, sap maybe. So here we go, this is where we want to do it. And after seeing... Wow, he's going to clear that. Okay, okay. Pretty interesting play. So we are still going to go for the sap play. Oh, this is just lethal. What am I doing? A 9 plus... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was like, should I conceal? Should I cold blood? What's the better play here? But yeah, obviously, lethal is the better play. Ah, first game, good game. So there you go, showing off Red Mana Wyrm. I guess this guy's probably seen this deck before. He felt a little bit threatened by the Red Mana Wyrm. Probably thought it was going to do a lot more damage. Which, he's probably correct. It's a pretty crazy card, so... Good game, let's go into the next one, see how it goes. So, game 2 up against a rogue. A golden rogue. So this guy has a little bit of experience with rogue. Counterfeit coin. We got double questing, we also got Van Cleave. The backstab is always a keep, but I don't think we can afford to keep the gadgets in. And I think we've got to throw this coin back, try and get something else. Okay, the coin would have been nice with both these draws, but I think it's fine. Prep is an even better draw. We just need to draw some sort of board control-ish spell now. Something like Eviscerate would be really nice here. So we're just going to hero power, kill the Swashbuckler here. Not a very complicated turn. Going to save the backstab and anything else. So the question is, do we want to... We draw a nice spell next turn, do we want to pump our Van Cleave up or questing? Probably the Van Cleave, right? I think it's just a little bit better. Considering whatever we play is not going to let live more than one turn, so I think it's better to get the +2/+2 a lot of the time here. So if backstab hit that in, or if I backstab then hit it in here, it's the same amount of damage that I'm reducing. But I get the extra value out of the damage from the backstab if I do it here. So it's probably worth it to do it like this.
Here we go. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
I think it was a little bit too all in. You go questing, backstab, prep, cold blood. So this would have been a 5. It would have been a 9/5 then. I think it would have been able to deal that pretty easily. And then we're just left with a Red Mana Wyrm and a Van Cleave in our hand. That's a pretty stale hand at that point, I think. So this is definitely the better play. Okay, not too bad for us. Definitely a Tomb Pillager here. It's a great draw. So we're not forced to get our questing on the field. I guess best possible draw next turn. Maybe Conceal. We can go Red Mana Wyrm, Coin Conceal. Oh, sorry, Prep Conceal. This is even better. So here we can either go questing, Prep Eviscerate, Cold Blood, go face, or Red Mana Wyrm, Prep Eviscerate. I think Red Mana Wyrm is just a better play here, right? Because 6 health is a lot harder to deal with than whatever the questing would have been. I think the questing... What would have that been? Prep, Eviscerate, Cold Blood, so it would have been a 5. Would have had 5 health, 6 health, a little bit better. Also, it's just a lot harder to play the Red Mana Wyrm because of the mana cost. But we could probably chuck the questing in at some point. So we're going to just play this for 5 mana next turn. It's pretty good value of our... Pretty good efficiency, I guess you could say. Not going to use the counterfeit coin. There's no point here. Playing the Cold Blood on here as well is a little bit too ham, considering he hasn't used a single Eviscerate yet, and Eviscerate is in every rogue deck. Would probably assume he can just remove this too easily. Van Cleave. Oh yeah, this is probably a Van Cleave here. He's going to go all... No. Okay then. Just a dead hand from the rogue. Pretty interesting. So yeah, game 2 working out pretty good. Playing with the amount of mana we have at our disposal. So yeah, that was a pretty quick one. So we'll get another game in, see what we can do. So going first against a Shaman. Let's see how this plays out. Hex is a card. Do we want to keep the Edwin? Yeah, why not? I mean, we don't have the coin, so Edwin becomes a little bit worse, but this is a miracle rogue, so you never know. We could get some sort of zero costing spells and stuff to pump it up before turn 3. Okay. He has the coin, which means that if we don't backstab Hero Power this turn, he can play Feral Spirit, and that would pretty much be game over. On the flip side, if he only plays Totem Golem, then if we backstab Edwin next turn, it's a lot better. I think the chance of him having a Totem Golem is a lot higher than having Feral Spirit, so we'll wait a turn. Because Totem Golem these days is in a lot of decks. Okay, that's probably even better for us. Do we want to go the questing or the Edwin? It's probably necessary to go for the Edwin, just so Lightning Bolt doesn't kill the questing in one hit. We want to kill the... I think it's important to kill the Flame Tongue Totem here. Because he may have been saving Feral Spirit, and in that case, then we can't get through the Flame Tongue, and then Feral Spirit just destroys us. Okay, Lightning. Okay. So we can clear that off. We need something... We have to play the Questing Adventurer for tempo here. We have 3 5-drops in our hand and a 6-drop. We're never going to be able to play all this stuff. Next turn we're definitely going to play the Azure Drake, and then the turn after hopefully the Gadget Sand if we get some solid draws here. Otherwise it's looking pretty grim. This sort of board though doesn't line up very good against, for him doesn't line up very good against Red Mana Wyrm. These 2 die and this goes to 1 health, which you can then ping down with a weapon. Let's play the Azure Drake. Tomb Pillager, okay. So next turn most likely Tomb Pillager Hero Power kill the 1/1. Get the coin, line that up with the Gadget Sand somehow. This is a pretty slow turn for him. Him drawing cards is not really important for us. We just need to try and kill him as quick as possible. So like I said, this is definitely going to be a Tomb Pillager Hero Power. Kill the 1/1. Hopefully he goes all in on a pretty decently sized minion here. And hopefully it's not Aya, because that would be pretty bad minion to sap. He's going to trade off his Trog here most likely. Doomsayer. Doomsayer would be incredible here if we had Conceal, but unfortunately we don't. Okay, I think we are going to have to go not all in, but we're going to have to definitely play the Red Mana Wyrm here and hope he doesn't have a Hex. Then we're going to have to sap the Totem Golem, because if we sap the Flame Tongue, you can just play it again and then kill it. So this is going to have to do... Playing the Doomsayer there doesn't help us, because he just kills it with what's on board. And then leaving this as a 2/6 also isn't that great. So we just hope he doesn't have Hex here. So here's where we need the RNG gods to be in our favor. What are they going to give us here? That is an excellent start. It's probably best to play that on the Flame Tongue. Cold Blood, that's also not too bad. You know what, let's just play it. If we're going to play it, may as well play it on that. I mean, is this always going to trade here? It could very well always trade there. Let's play it on this. Okay, so our play was definitely correct. We need to trade this in here now. Kill this. We conceal. Second Doomsayer. So I guess it was maybe worth considering a little bit playing Doomsayer there. He didn't have enough stuff on board. But I think if we have to invest 6 mana next turn to play Gadget Sam, we're just not going to have enough mana left over to completely cycle our deck. And what we really need here is some way of just completely removing his board. Maybe a double Fan of Knives would be pretty good. Preparation, I guess that's an okay start. Do we play the second Gadget Sam? Is that a thing? I think it might be a thing. Eviscerate is a good card. Benefit coin, we have to play the Eviscerate first. We're gonna have to do this pretty quickly. I think we have to 100% clear his board next turn. He's got 3 damage on board now. He has to do 8 with spell damage totem. It's very, very likely. But if he doesn't, then I guess we could maybe build up a really decently sized board next turn. Tomb Pillager, Red Mana Wyrm, Tomb Pillager, Cold Blood maybe? I don't know, but I think we're probably dead here. That was also a really difficult turn to play. Is he double Lightning Storm maybe? Maybe double Lightning Storm will do it. He does realize there's 2 of these, doesn't he? Just gonna get face now. That was weird. Lightning Storm into face. How did that help you at all? That was super weird. Alrighty,
Give me a quest.
Old Blood here just makes it a little bit difficult to kill the questing adventure, which I like. 3 damage for the shaman is the nice spot, right? Like a lightning bolt, rock biter weapon also does 3 damage. It's just nice to get it to 4 health here. Okay, what is this? A 4/4. It's going to be pretty difficult. Oh no, 3/3. Sorry. Don't have any other means of. We need to draw the second Fan of Knives. No, sap. Okay. Yeah, I think we do want to prep ban this.
Choose soon.
I think if I left that up, we would have died to some sort of overload combos, and I couldn't afford to trade this 12/6 into a 1/1 and still expect a win. So I still had to hit that in with my weapon here, but I think this is our best chance of winning now. We have a little bit of burst in our hand with Leroy Jenkins. The Minor Wyrm is a 12/6. We'll see. It's possible. Good, he didn't get spell power and he didn't get taunt. That is a good start. Lightning bolt maybe? So we have an Eviscerate left. So that is 9 plus 6. So if we draw Eviscerate here, we still have lethal if he doesn't have taunt. So this is 10. And that is lethal. Wow, I can't believe we won that game. Pretty crazy. It's the power of Miracle Rogue, I guess. Oh, that was a tough one. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. If you did, leave a like. It helped me out a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day.